Hey MzeroA Nation, Jason Shappert here. Welcome into day 14 now of the 31-day Safer Pilot Challenge. We're coming up to that halfway mark and I am just so excited. Who is 14 for 14? Let me know in the comments down below. I think that's absolutely outstanding. You all are taking this so seriously. What an amazing New Year's resolution as we make 2021 your best flying year yet. Now this is an IFR specific video. Private pilots, student pilots, we're all student pilots, but let's say VFR only pilots, I still want you to watch it because you will benefit from hearing these IFR clearances. On top of that, if you ever find yourself at a Class Charlie or a Class Bravo airport and about to depart out, you're going to use a service called clearance delivery, and they're going to give you a very similar sounding clearance on the way out of there, even though you're a VFR only pilot. Now, for copying down IFR clearances, I always teach the CRAFT acronym. And 4Flight even has it loaded in here for us. The C in CRAFT stands for our clearance. Where are we cleared to? The R is for our route. The A is for our altitude. The F is for our frequency. And the T is for our transponder. Our squawk code is what we're going to put in there. Let me clear that on out of here. Now, I like to think ahead, and this is the order they're going to give us this clearance in this CRAFT acronym, and also it's how we're going to read it back. I like to think as far ahead of the clearance and of the airplane as I can. So when I look at something like the CRAFT clearance, I have to say, what can I fill out ahead of time? Well, I know, let's do 3 practice ones here together, and I'll help you with the first one. The C, cleared to. I know where I'm going to be cleared to. I know we're going to, in all 3 of these examples, we're going to Ocala. OCF. Now don't mind my handwriting. I've really been working on it for 32 years, okay? OCF, I know I'm going there. So I can fill that out ahead of time. My route, I don't know my route, honestly. I'm hoping to put a big as filed right there, but that may not be the case. We'll just have to see. So let me back out of that and erase that for a second. My altitude. I don't know my altitude. I know the altitude I requested, but what I do know is the order they're going to give it to me in. They're going to say climb and maintain blank, expect EX blank 10 minutes after departure. Only once in 10,000 hours of flying have I gotten another time other than 10 minutes. It was flying, what's the feeder airport near Oakland? I was flying from Livermore, I can't remember where, but I was flying out of there, and they gave me 5 minutes is what they gave. I thought, okay, that's a little bit different. Frequency, you may know your departure frequency. Let's say I always fly out of here, it's gonna be 118.6, so I might know that ahead of time, and your transponder squawk code guess is as good as mine. So let's practice one here together. We've pre-filled out as much as we can, and let's see if we can work through them here together. I'm gonna give you the clearance. You get ready to write it down, and then we'll practice reading it back together. You ready? Number 23 Mike Zulu, you're cleared to the Ocala Airport as filed. Maintain 2,000, expect 8,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.6, squawk 4212. Again, don't mind my handwriting. Let's read it all back. To the Mike Zulu, cleared to Ocala, as filed 2,000, 8,000, 10 minutes after departure, 118.6 and 4212. I have information Bravo and I'm ready to taxi. If you really wanna show the controller your full read back, you don't have to, you just gotta read back the clearance. Does that make sense? Okay, let's clear this out. Why don't you set up and practice for another one now? Write out your CRAFT acronym on your piece of paper or on your iPad. If you need to do that, pause this video real quick. We're going to Ocala again. We can pre-fill out, we're going to Ocala. My altitude's gonna be climb, maintain blank, expect blank, 10 minutes after departure. You ready? I'm gonna read you the clearance. Then I want you to write it down, maybe even pause the video, practice reading it back, and then I'll write it down here, we'll work through it here together. November 23 Mike Zulu is cleared to the Ocala Airport via Victor 441 to Gators, then direct. Climb, maintain 2,000, expect 9,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.17, squawk 5431. While you practice reading that back, I'm gonna write it down on my iPad how I would have written it out real quick. I'll show you this. 2,000, 9,000, 118.17, and it was 5431. You ready? Number 2 there, Mike Zulu, cleared to Ocala, Victor 441 to Gators, then direct. You notice right here, I just put that's a D with an arrow through it like this. D, same as like how your Avidyne or your Garmin makes the direct logo look. Then direct. Climb maintain 2,000, expect 9,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.17, squawk 5431. Don't mind the bad handwriting. It's all about getting the read back correct. Okay, you ready? Let's practice one last one here together. Let's pre-fill out our craft. O, C, F is where we're going. My altitude's gonna be climb maintain blank, expect blank, 10 minutes after departure. The rest we don't know, let's say. You ready? Let's work through it here together. Number 2 there, Mike Zulu is cleared to Ocala via the Citrus 1 departure, radar vectors Lakeland, then direct. Departure frequency 124.3, 3402 is your squawk code. Who thinks I forgot something? Right, show of hands, who thinks I forgot something? I didn't forget anything. Practice your read back, I'll show you why. I'll pull it up here in a second, why we didn't forget anything here. While you practice your read back. So, cleared to Ocala via the Citrus 1, radar vectors Lakeland, then direct. They skipped the altitude, it seemed like. Departure frequency 124.33402 would be your actual readback. If we go to MCO, Ocala, we're coming off of MCO, heading to Ocala. I'm gonna look at my departures. I'm gonna go look at my Citrus 1 off of MCO, and I noticed something very interesting here. If you look down at the bottom, departure route description. Anytime they don't give you an altitude, it's not because the controller forgot. I mean, I guess it could be, we're all human. But if they gave you a departure procedure and not an altitude, it's because your altitude is explained to you in the departure procedure. Take off all runways, climb on a heading as assigned for vectors. We are radar vectors Lakeland, right? Vectors to appropriate fix, radar vectors Lakeland. Maintain 2,000. Expect further clearance to filed altitude flight level 10 minutes after departure. So they skip the altitude portion because it's given to us in the Citrus 1 departure there. So again, your read back would just be to the Mike Zulu, cleared to Ocala via Citrus 1, radar vectors Lakeland, then direct 124.3, squawking 3402. Your read back. They're trying to simplify, make it a little bit easier, but so often when I do this live at an aviation mastery event, we go and we kind of get paralyzed in a way, go, oh, let's get the altitude, and you miss the frequency, you miss the transponder. So you have to be able to pivot and kind of work and move forward with that. Hey, MzeroA Nation, if radio communications are a thorn in your side or just something you want to improve on, especially IFR, radio communications. You know, on Tuesday, I did a great live stream for VFR, radio communications. Well, tonight, if you're watching this on January 14th, tonight I am doing an IFR radio communications live stream. We're gonna practice more clearances just like this. It'll be on the MzeroA Facebook page and the MzeroA YouTube page. So you're gonna wanna check that out. There's links below to figure all that out and help you find that as well. Also, thank you to everybody who has pre-ordered their copy of Aviation Mastery, the book. You are making the work of inspiring the aspirational aviators of the future through the MzeroA Foundation, and that work all possible as well. The Aviation Mastery book is from everyone from a student pilot up to the most seasoned airline captains. There's so much great knowledge in there for you all. So listen, can't wait to read your comments below on Facebook, on YouTube, on MzeroA.com. Hope to see you on the live stream tonight. If you're watching this and it's months later, well, that recording is probably up somewhere. You can go find that in sequence here as well. Have a blessed, amazing, outstanding rest of your day. And most importantly, remember, but a good pilot is always learning. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you.